Hello guys and welcome back to another video. So today we are in Dragon Ball Z Final Stand Remastered. So I have been playing this game for some time now and honestly I'm enjoying it quite a bit. Of course except the part where leveling up becomes a nightmare after level 95, which is a soft cap. Anyways, so today's video is going to be about the new loot pool system that they implemented in the game, which to be honest makes farming dungeons and raids a lot more fun compared to what it used to be like before. Also for the free to play players that can't get a dragon radar and stuff for Dragon Ball hunting, well, this update honestly takes care of that as well. So yeah, I'm going to be talking about this new loot pool system as well as show some of them in the raids and dungeons that I will be doing further in the video. And I'm also going to be talking about the new method to get Dragon Balls in this game. So before we get started with the video, please make sure to like, comment, share and subscribe, and don't forget to turn on the notifications so you can never miss upload. And let's start the video. Alright, so if you have played this game before, which I would assume you probably have, if you like Dragon Ball games or just played the old Final Stand itself. Anyways, so as I was saying, if you have played this game before and cleared raids and dungeons before this update, then you would know how tiring it used to be, because before this update there was never a guarantee that you would be getting something even after you cleared the dungeons and raids, which honestly was really disappointing, because after investing your time and energy into something, you would expect at least something in return, but most of the time you would only get EXP and Zenny and no drops if you were unlucky. And even if you did get something, then it could either be a duplicate or something else rather than what you wanted. And to top it off, you have to wait 3 or 4 hours to do the raids and dungeons again. So yeah, you can guess how annoying it used to be before. So anyways, so now with this new loot pool system that they have implemented in the game, it basically guarantees you a drop every single time you clear a raid or a dungeon, which honestly is great. And now whenever you clear a raid or a dungeon, then the game rolls a reward from the loot pool every single time. And even if you do get a duplicate this time, well, it's still good for you, because now you get Senzu beans every time you get a duplicate from the rewards. So yeah, getting duplicates isn't completely worthless now. Anyways, so now let me show you guys the rewards from 3 different raids and how the loot pool works. So I'm going to be dividing this from easy to hard, like the dungeon that you can do easily as a low level, then a raid that you can do after reaching a certain level, and then a raid that is hard to do solo. So yeah, let's get started. So the first one is going to be a dungeon, which is the Gorilla Bear dungeon. So let's go ahead and do that one first. So here we are inside the dungeon. So let's clear this dungeon quickly. Also, for anyone that is new to the game and is watching this video, I would highly recommend you to do the quest to get the capsule tracker first before attempting any dungeons or raids in this game. And as for this one, I would say try to get some help from any high level player and beat 5 dinosaurs to get the Demon Eye capsule, because that capsule is really useful for dungeons since it can heal you up a little every single time you defeat a mob. Also, me and my friend were able to clear this dungeon very easily at around level 30 or 35. So yeah, go for it, since you get tons of EXP from this, so it's also really good for farming levels. Anyways, so let's clear this dungeon quickly now. There we go. So as you all saw just now that after I cleared this dungeon, I got 2 senzu beans because as you can see on the right side here, well, this is basically the loot pool from this dungeon, and what I rolled just now is the fundamental capsule, and you can tell that because there is a white star next to it. And also this is the new method to get the dragon balls that I was talking about at the start of the video, because if you don't have a radar, then this is probably the best method to get dragon balls because you can get them from any dungeon or raid. And now since the reward is always guaranteed whenever you clear one, so there's a higher chance of you getting a dragon ball from this if you get really lucky, because the dragon ball is still very rare to get from this. But if you have the radar, then server hopping is still the best method for you, or at least that's what I heard so far, because even after server hopping a lot, I was not able to find a single dragon ball so far. Anyways, so let's move on to a raid that you would need some decent levels for. So here we are. This is a drink raid, as you can see on the top, which is Trunks. So yeah, for this just make sure that you have Super Saiyan unlocked and also have 2 beam moves like Gallic Gun and Masenko. And I would recommend taking people with you in this raid because Trunks can easily beat you if you try to solo this. But if you have a good amount of key max and have one-handed Kamehameha, then sure, you can pretty much solo it. Just make sure to have some senzu beans on you just in case. And yeah, don't be like me, always check your skill set before entering a dungeon or raid so you are fully prepared. Anyways, let's clear this raid quickly then. There we go, cleared this raid too. And as you can see, this is the loot pool on the right. And since I got the overdrive capsule this time, so I got 2 senzu beans again. And as you saw, you can get dragon ball too, but only if you get really lucky. So yeah, anyways, let's move on to the last one. That is going to need you to be at least level 100 if you actually want to contribute something. So this is the raid that I was talking about, which is the Fuse Justice raid, which is Gotenks. So I know you can do this raid even as a level 90 and stuff, but I would still recommend you to be level 100 so you can actually be helpful in these raids. Anyways, so this boss has 3 phases, so he is basically almost impossible to solo. So yeah, always bring a bunch of people with you for this raid. And yeah, to be honest, both raids and dungeons are good if you do them regularly, because you can level up faster with them if you clear them. And on top of that, you also get rewards every time you do clear one, as well as a chance to get the dragon ball. Anyways, so let me clear this too, and then I'll show you the loot pool from this. So this is the loot pool from this raid, and as you can see it has some nice drops like Galactic Donut and the assist, and 3 titles and 2 emotes along with the Dragon Ball. So yeah, the drops are definitely great. Anyways, so that's basically how the loot pool works, and I'm honestly happy that they did this, because now at least we get something every time we clear this instead of returning empty handed. And I also like how this basically gives players with no radars a chance to get Dragon Balls, because every single time you clear one of these, you always have a chance to get one Dragon Ball if you get lucky enough to get one. So yeah, this update is actually awesome. So yeah, that's all I had to say. So if you enjoyed the video, then please make sure to drop a like, comment, and also subscribe for more videos like these. And also hype and share the video so it can reach more people. And yeah, see you in the next one.